My name is Baron. I am 28 years old. I do not have dreams. I work every day. I take care of my family. My mother and father died. They died 5 years ago. It was very sad. Now, I have 2 children to help. Leo is my brother. He is 10. Mia is my sister. She is 8. I love them very much. We live in a small home. It has 2 rooms. We pay money every month for the home. We pay money for water. We pay money for light. We pay money for food. Food costs a lot. We eat rice every day. We eat eggs and bread. Sometimes we have meat, but meat costs too much money. I smile for Leo and Mia. I want them to be happy, but I worry all the time. I worry about money. Can I buy food next week? Can I pay for the home? Can I buy books for school? I think about this every day. One day, I saw a paper. The paper said, "Job. Good pay. Call this number." The pay was very good, very good. I called the number fast. A woman answered. She asked me questions. How old are you? Can you work hard? Can you help a sick man? I said yes to everything. The woman said, "Come tomorrow. The address is Stonewood." I was very happy. This job can help my family. The next day I took the bus. The bus went far from the city. I looked out the window. I saw trees and fields. After 2 hours, the bus stopped. I walked to a big gate. The gate was black. It was very tall. I pushed a button. The gate opened. I walked up a long road. I saw a big garden. The garden was not pretty. The grass was brown. The trees were old. No flowers, no birds. Everything was quiet, very quiet. I did not like the quiet. Then I saw the house. The house was very big. So big. It was made of stone. It was gray. It looked old and cold. I walked to the door. I knocked on the door. A man opened the door. He wore black clothes. He worked in the house. He did not smile. He did not talk. He took me inside. The house was dark inside, but I saw nice things, pretty pictures on the walls, nice chairs, nice tables. Everything looked expensive, but no people lived here. The house felt empty and sad. The man took me to a room. He knocked on the door. A voice said, "Come in." We went inside. An old man was in the bed. He was very thin. His face was white. His hands were small, but he smiled at me. He looked kind. "Hello," he said. "What is your name?" "My name is Baron," I said. "Baron, that is a good name, a strong name. I need someone strong now." The old man's name was Mr. Arthur. He told me about the job. He was very sick. The doctor said he will die soon, maybe in 2 months, maybe 3 months. He needed help. He needed someone to stay with him, to give him water, to give him food, to help him every day and every night. "I can do that," I said. "I can help you." Mr. Arthur smiled, but then he looked sad. He said, "I have a son. His name is Silas. He lives in this house too, but he never comes out of his room. He is very sad. I worry about him all the time. I did not understand. Why does his son stay in his room? But I did not ask questions. I needed this job. The pay was very good. I could send money home. Leo and Mia could have good food. They could buy books. They could go to school. They would be happy. I will take the job, I said. Mr. Arthur smiled. He looked happy. He called the man in black clothes. My room was small. It had a bed. It had a table. It had one chair. That was all. But it was clean. I put my bag on the bed. I sat down. I looked out the window. I could see the garden. The sun went down. The sky got dark. That night I went to bed early. I was very tired, but I could not sleep. The house was too quiet. Then I heard a sound. It came from far away. I heard wheels. Someone had a chair with wheels. Then I heard a man. He made a sad sound, like he was crying. I closed my eyes. I tried to sleep. But I thought about the sound. Who was that man? Was it Silas? Why was he so sad? Tomorrow I will start my job. Tomorrow I will help Mr. Arthur. And maybe tomorrow I will meet Silas. I worked for Mr. Arthur for 3 days. Every morning I helped him get up. I gave him water. I gave him food. I read books to him. He was very kind to me. One day Mr. Arthur said, "Baron, can you clean the big room? The room with all the books?" "Yes," I said. "I can do that." The room with books was very big. It had books on all the walls. So many books. The room was dark. The air was old. I opened the windows. I started to clean. I was cleaning the table. I was moving some books. Then I heard a sound. The sound of wheels. I turned around. A man sat near the window. He sat in a chair with wheels. I did not hear him come in. He looked at the window. He did not look at me. The man was young, maybe 30 years old. He had dark hair. He wore nice clothes. He was good to look at. But his face looked sad, very sad. His eyes looked empty, like no life was in them. "Hello?" I said. "My name is Baron." The man did not answer. He did not look at me. I went back to work. I moved more books. I cleaned the table. I made some noise. I dropped a book. The sound was loud. "Stop," the man said. His voice was cold. I stopped. I looked at him. "You make too much noise," he said. "Go away." "I am sorry," I said. "I am just cleaning. I do not care. Get out." His voice was angry. His face was hard. I felt scared, but I also felt sad for him. He looked so alone. "I will be quiet," I said. "No. Leave now." "I want to be alone." I left the room. I closed the door. I stood in the hall. My hands were shaking. Who was that man? Was that Silas? I went back to Mr. Arthur. I told him about the man. "That was my son," Mr. Arthur said. His voice was very sad. "His name is Silas." "Why is he so angry?" I asked. Mr. Arthur looked at me. His eyes were wet. He said, "Silas was not always like this. He was very different before. He was happy. He loved life. He had many friends. He loved fast cars. He drove very fast. He loved to go everywhere. He was free like a bird. What happened? I asked. There was an accident, Mr. Arthur said. It was at night. It was raining very hard. Silas was driving his car. The car went very fast. Too fast. The car went off the road. The car fell down a hill. It was a very bad accident. I felt cold. I could not speak. Silas did not die, Mr. Arthur said. But his legs do not work now. He cannot walk. He cannot run. He cannot drive. He lost everything he loved. That is very sad, I said. Yes, Mr. Arthur said. After the accident, Silas changed. He never smiles. He never talks. He stays in his room all day. He does not want to see people. He hates to see people walk. It makes him very sad and very angry. I thought about Silas all day. I thought about his angry voice. But now I understood. He was not a bad man. He was just very, very sad. Every day I helped Mr. Arthur. Every day I saw Silas. Sometimes he sat in the room with books. Sometimes he sat in the hall. He always looked out the window. He never talked to me. He never looked at me. 1 week passed. Then 2 weeks. I needed to stay. I needed the money. Leo and Mia needed the money. So I stayed. And I watched Silas. Every day I watched him. He sat by the window every day. He looked at the sky. He looked at the birds. The birds could fly. He could not. I thought, he wants to be free. But he cannot be free. One morning I made coffee. I made 2 cups. One for Mr. Arthur. One for Silas. I took the coffee to Silas. He sat in his chair by the window. Here, I said, I brought you coffee. Silas did not look at me. He did not move. I put the cup on the table near him. Then Silas moved his hand. He hit the cup. The cup fell. The coffee went on the floor. Brown coffee everywhere. I did not get angry. I got a cloth. I cleaned the floor. I cleaned the table. Silas watched me. He looked surprised. When I finished, I said, "Coffee does not taste good. It tastes bad. But it wakes you up. It helps you see the sun. The sun is beautiful every day." I left the room. I closed the door. Behind me, I heard nothing. But I knew Silas was thinking, maybe, just maybe, I could help him. 3 months passed. I worked in the big house every day. I helped Mr. Arthur. He got more sick every day. He could not eat much. He could not walk. He stayed in bed all the time. One night, Mr. Arthur was very sick, very, very sick. I called Silas. Silas came to the room. We sat next to the bed. We sat on 2 sides. Mr. Arthur looked at us. He smiled a little. "Baron," he said. His voice was very quiet. "You are a good girl. Thank you." "Do not talk," I said. "Save your energy." "No," he said. "I must talk now. Silas, my son, I love you very much." Silas said nothing, but tears came down his face. Mr. Arthur held my hand. He held Silas's hand. His hands were very cold. He looked at me. He said, "Help him. Help him live again. Please." "I will," I said. "I promise." Mr. Arthur smiled. Then he closed his eyes. His hands became still. He did not move. He was gone. I cried. Silas cried. We sat there for a long time. The room was very quiet. Mr. Arthur was dead. 3 days later was the funeral. Many people came to the house. They all wore black clothes. They all looked sad, but I did not know them. They were rich people. Friends of Mr. Arthur. Silas sat in his chair. He sat away from everyone. People talked to him. They said, "We are sorry." They said, "Your father was a good man." But Silas did not answer. He just sat there. He looked at the floor. He looked so alone. I stood far away. I wore a black dress. I watched Silas. I felt his pain. I wanted to help him, but I could not go to him. Not now. Not here. After the funeral, everyone left. The house became quiet again, empty again. Silas went to his room. I did not see him for many days. 1 week passed. Then a man came to my room. He said, "Mr. Silas wants to see you. Come now." I followed the man. We went to a room I never saw before. It was Silas's office. The room had a big desk. It had many books. Silas sat behind the desk. He looked tired, very tired. "Sit down," he said. I sat down. I waited. Silas looked at me. His eyes were empty again. Like before, he took some papers. The papers were in a bag. He put the bag on the desk. "Take this," he said. "There is money inside. A lot of money. For your work." I looked at the bag. I did not touch it. "Your job is done. You can go home now. Go back to your family." But I started to say. "No," Silas said. His voice was hard. "I do not need help now. I do not need anyone. I want to be alone. Take the money and go." I looked at Silas. I saw his face. I saw his eyes. He was not angry. He was just very, very sad. Forever. I thought about Leo and Mia. I thought about the money. We needed money. This money could help us for 1 year, maybe 2 years. I could take it and go home. But then I thought about Mr. Arthur. I thought about his last words. Help him live again. I made a promise. I promised to help Silas. I looked at the bag of money. Then I looked at Silas. "Can I stay 1 more night?" I asked. "I need to pack my things. I have many things. I will go tomorrow." Silas looked surprised. Then he looked tired again. "Fine," he said. "1 more night. Then you must go." "Yes," I said. "Thank you." I stood up. I took the bag of money. I walked to the door. But before I left, I looked back. Silas sat at his desk. He looked at the window. He looked so lost, so sad. I went to my room. I put the bag on my bed. I looked at it. Inside was money. A lot of money. Money for Leo, money for Mia. Money for food and home and school. But I could not leave. Not yet. Not like this. I made a promise, and I always keep my promises. That night I did not sleep. I thought about what to do. I thought about Silas. I thought about Mr. Arthur. I thought about my family. What was right? Tomorrow I needed to decide. Tomorrow, I needed to talk to Silas one more time. That night, there was a big storm. The wind was very strong. The rain fell hard on the windows. I heard the rain in my room. I could not sleep. I got up. I walked in the dark house. I did not know where to go. Then I saw light under a door. It was the big room, the room where people sit and talk. I opened the door. I went inside. Silas was there. He sat in his chair near the window. All the lights were off. Only the storm outside gave light. The rain hit the window hard. Silas looked at the rain. He did not move. I walked into the room. Silas heard me. He turned his head. His voice was angry. "Why are you not in bed?" "I could not sleep," I said. "The storm is very loud." "So go back to your room," Silas said. But I did not leave. I walked closer. I was not scared now. I was not his worker now. I was his friend. "Why do you still stay here?" Silas said. His voice got louder. "Why do you walk around? Why do you smile? Why do you move so much? It makes me angry." I stopped walking. I looked at him. "You know why I am angry?" Silas said. His face looked red. "I am angry because you can walk. You can move. You can go anywhere. I cannot do that. I sit in this chair every day. I cannot stand up. I cannot run. I cannot go outside. I am nothing now." His voice broke. He looked away. I walked to him slowly. Then I sat down on the floor. I sat down so my eyes were the same high as his eyes. I did not want to look down at him. I wanted to look at him like a friend. "Silas," I said, "do you know my name? Do you know what barren means?" He looked at me. He looked confused. "My mother and father gave me this name," I said. "Barren means a fighter, someone who is strong, someone who loves to be free. That is who I am." Silas said nothing. He just looked at me. "Silas, it is a very old name. It means someone who loves trees, someone who loves to be free and wild." "So what?" Silas said. His voice was quiet now. "What does it matter? I am not free. Look at me. I cannot move." "Your legs cannot move," I said. "That is true. But you can still be free. Free inside. Free in your heart. Free in your dreams." "No," Silas said. He looked down. "You do not understand. I have no dreams now." "Yes, you do," I said. "Everyone has dreams. Maybe you forgot your dreams, but they are still there." I moved closer. I put my hand on his hand. "Bad things happened to you," I said. "Very bad things. You lost your legs. That is very sad. But you did not lose everything. You are still here. You are still alive." Silas looked at my hand on his hand. Tears came to his eyes. "I am so tired," he said. His voice was very quiet. "I am tired of this life. I do not want to live like this." "Then do not live like this," I said. "Live a new way, a different way." "How?" he asked. "How can I do that?" "Let me help you," I said. "Do not send me away. I can be your legs. I can take you outside. I can show you the world again. We can go together. Anywhere you want, but only if you want to go. Silas looked at me. His face changed. The hard look went away. Tears fell down his face. He started to cry. He cried and cried. I held his hand. I did not let go. This was the first time he cried in front of someone. The first time since the accident. All the pain came out. All the sadness. All the anger. I am so scared, Silas said. He cried more. I am scared all the time. I am scared of people. I am scared of life. I am scared to try again. I know, I said, but you do not have to be scared alone. I am here. I will stay. If you want me to stay, Silas looked at me. He looked at my face for a long time. Then he said, "Why do you want to help me? You do not know me. I was mean to you. I was angry all the time. Because your father asked me to help you," I said, "and because I want to help you." You are not a bad person. You are just a person with a lot of pain. Silas closed his eyes. More tears came, but these tears were different. Not angry tears, not sad tears, different tears. "Will you really stay?" he asked. His voice was so quiet. "Yes," I said. "I will stay." "And you will help me?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "I will help you." Silas opened his eyes. He looked at me, and for the first time, I saw light in his eyes, just a little light, like a small fire starting. "Thank you," he said. I smiled. "You do not need to thank me. We will help each other." The rain stopped. The wind stopped. Everything became calm. A new day was coming soon, and maybe, just maybe, a new life was starting for Silas, and for me too. The next morning, I got up early. I went to Mr. Arthur's old room. Silas was there. He sat by the window, but he looked different today. His face looked less sad. "Good morning," I said. "Good morning," Silas said. He looked at me. "Baron, I thought about last night. I want you to stay, but not as a worker. I will pay you, but your job is to help me live again." I smiled. "Yes, I will do that. I will help you." "Thank you," Silas said. He smiled a little. It was a small smile, but it was there. That day we started. I took Silas to the garden. I pushed his chair on the path. The sun was warm. The sky was blue. Birds sang in the trees. "Look," I said. "The flowers are coming back. They are red and yellow and white." Silas looked at the flowers. He touched one with his hand. "They are pretty," he said. "Yes," I said. "Very pretty." We stayed in the garden for 1 hour. Then we went back inside. Silas looked tired, but he looked happy too. The next day, we went to the town. I pushed Silas in his chair. We went down the street. Many people were there. People walked. People talked. People looked at us. Silas looked down. He looked scared. "They are looking at me," he said. His voice was quiet. "No," I said. "They are just walking. They do not care about us." But some people did look. I saw them look. I did not like that. I put my hand on his arm. "Do not worry," I said. "I am here." We went to a shop. We went to a park. We stayed outside for 2 hours. When we went home, Silas looked very tired, but he smiled. I did it, he said. I went outside. I saw people. I did not die. I laughed. No, you did not die. You lived. Every day we did more. We went outside more. We talked more. Silas started to change. He smiled more. He talked more. He looked at the world with new eyes. One day I said, Silas, can my brother and sister come here? I want you to meet them. Yes, Silas said. Bring them. I want to meet them. The next week, Leo and Mia came. They took the bus to the big house. They were so happy to see me. I was so happy to see them. This is Leo, I said to Silas. And this is Mia. Hello, Leo said. He was a good boy, not scared at all. Hello, Mia said. She was shy. She stood behind me. Hello, do you want to see the house? Leo asked many questions. Mia held my hand. Silas talked to them. He showed them his books. He showed them his games. Do you know how to play this game? Silas asked Leo. He showed him a game with black and white pieces. No, Leo said. I can teach you, Silas said. They sat at a table. Silas taught Leo the game. Leo was very good. Silas laughed when Leo won. You are smart, Silas said. She drew pictures with paper and colors. Silas looked at her pictures. You draw very well, Silas said. Mia smiled. She was not shy now. Leo and Mia came every week after that. The house felt different now. It felt warm. It felt like a home. Silas laughed with the children. He played games with them. He was not sad all the time now. One evening, Silas and I went to the small lake. The lake was behind the house. The sun was going down. The sky was orange and pink. It was very pretty. We sat by the water. I sat on a rock. Silas sat in his chair next to me. We did not talk. We just looked at the water. We looked at the sky. Then Silas said, Baron. Yes, I said. I want to tell you something, he said. I turned and looked at him. Before you came, I wanted to die, Silas said. I did not want to live. Every day was pain. Every day was dark. But then you came, and you changed everything, Silas. No, let me finish, he said. You gave me hope. You gave me a reason to live. You are my legs now. But you are more than that. You are my heart too. I felt my face get hot. My heart went fast. Silas took my hand. He held it. I love you, Baron, he said. I looked at him. I saw his eyes. They were not empty now. They were full of light, full of life. I love you too, I said. Silas pulled me close. He kissed me. It was soft and gentle. It was full of love. When we stopped, we just looked at each other. The sun went down. The sky got dark, but I was not cold. I was warm, very warm inside. We sat by the lake for a long time. We held hands. We did not need words. We were together. Many things changed. Silas and I got married. We had a small party. Leo and Mia were there. They were so happy. Some old friends of Mr. Arthur came too. Everyone smiled. Everyone was happy for us. We did not live in the big house now. The house was too big and too dark. We bought a small house near the city. It had a garden. It had light everywhere. Leo and Mia lived with us now. They had their own rooms. They went to a very good school. Silas paid for everything. Leo was 11 now. He was tall and smart. He loved books. He loved the games Silas taught him. Mia was 9. She still loved to draw. She drew pictures of our family. She put them on the walls. Today, Silas and I were at the airport. We had bags. We had tickets. We were going on a trip. A very big trip. We were going to see the world. Are you ready? I asked Silas. Yes, he said. He smiled big. I am ready. We got on the plane. The plane was very big. We sat in our seats. Silas looked out the window. The plane went up in the sky. Silas held my hand. He looked so happy. We are flying, he said. We are really flying. Yes, I said, we are. We went to many places. We went to London. We saw big buildings. We saw old things. We went to Rome. We saw old stones and pretty art. Silas loved everything. He took many pictures. Then we went to Paris. Paris was very pretty. We saw the big tower. The tower was made of metal. It was very, very tall. I pushed Silas to the bottom of the tower. We looked up. The tower went up and up into the sky. It is so big, Silas said. Yes, I said. Very big. People walked around us. People from many countries. They spoke many words. They took pictures. They were happy. We were happy too. I stood next to Silas. I put my hand on his arm. Silas looked at me. He smiled. For this, for everything, for helping me live again. You do not need to thank me, I said. Yes, I do, Silas said. Before you came, I was dead inside. Now I am alive. I can see the world. I can be happy. Because of you. I sat down next to his chair. I held his hand. People say I saved you, I said, but that is not true. You saved me too. Before I met you, my life was very small. I only worked. I only worried. I did not see anything. But you showed me the world is very big. You showed me life can be good. Silas kissed my hand. We saved each other, he said. Yes, I said. We did. We stayed in Paris for 1 week. Then we went to more places. We went to the sea. We went to the mountains. We went everywhere. Silas saw everything. He did not sit by the window now. He was in the world, living, breathing, smiling. At night we talked about our trip. We talked about tomorrow. We talked about next year. Silas had many dreams now. He wanted to see more. He wanted to do more. Where do you want to go next? I asked. Everywhere, Silas said. He laughed. I want to see everything. Then we will, I said. We have time. We have our whole life. I thought about Mr. Arthur. I thought about his last words. Help him live again. I did that. I kept my promise. And Silas kept his promise to me too. He helped my family. He loved me. He showed me a new world. Some people think love must be perfect. They think people must be perfect, but that is not true. Silas cannot walk, but he is perfect for me. I am not rich, but I am perfect for him. Love does not need a perfect body. Love does not need a perfect life. Love just needs two people. Two people who stay. Two people who care. Two people who are there. Silas sits in his chair, but the chair is not a jail now. It is his way to see the world, and I am next to him, always. We hold hands, we smile, we are free. Freedom is not in your legs. Freedom is in your heart, and love gives you wings to fly.